Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Up Your Experience podcast. It's been a while, and we've been slightly rebranded under the Koi Pond Studios, which we'll get into in a little bit. But it's me, Blaze, and it's Bats with me, who, as
Right.
usual, decides to cause some type of laughing as we
Right.
start and screws
I
up
you
the beginning
know,
of the recording.
I didn't screw it up. I'm not the one who messed up and had to do this twice, possibly
It's your
3
fault.
times.
It's all no, twice. Don't put that out there. It wasn't three times. It was twice.
Hey,
You decided to
the
be a
recording's
goober.
not done yet. The recording's not done yet.
Uh,
Can I take this battery back?
I don't need this from you. But
I
we're back. I think, kinda, sorta, maybe.
mean, I guess we should say we're back after we make more than just one recording, huh?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But the idea is we're back and we have some different
Yeah.
philosophies. Um, rebranded a little bit to be under the Koi Pond Studios to kind of make everything flow a little bit better. And that way potentially bring in some more podcast stuff along with it that maybe fits a little bit better. So like way Blaze rants can be their own thing like they were before. Um, Up Your Experience is its own thing, and then talking with a few other people about possibly bringing in different types of podcasts under the same brand, same place, same location, and then kind of allowing people to post content so it's more regular and not as spread out sometimes. Since sometimes my schedule, especially like around April, isn't so convenient. Sometimes Bats' schedule also isn't as convenient, but just trying to make things work together and be a little bit more fluid is the goal here.
Yeah, because sometimes I like sleep.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Actually, I won't lie. I slept the other day a lot and I woke up and I said, I'm going to have a migraine. And I did have a migraine.
Yeah, he's the first
Wasn't
person I know to
ideal,
take battle damage from napping.
dude. I went to bed early. I remember my wife looked at me. She goes, "Why are you going to go to bed early?" And I was like, I feel tired. And I passed out. I woke up at 4 a.m. wide awake. I was like, nah, this ain't it. And I went back to sleep.
That's
And then I woke up
I get up
hours
every day at
later.
that time.
Okay, well,
It
it's different
sucks.
when it's every day.
But
I like to wake up at like
yeah, but
6 o'clock every day. That's fine. 4 a.m. is a little
yeah,
different.
but I'd like to just wake up at 9 a.m.
I mean, that would be nice, I guess. I'm vibing and thriving, dude. I don't know. I went for a run today. So,
I attempted to do that for the last month and a half. Hadn't
how's
happened
it
yet.
going? Oh, okay. Well, the thought's
It
there.
didn't yeah,
That's the
it's
first step. The thought is there, and now it's the
that's
actual
exactly what
taking the
I'm saying.
steps to make it happen?
It's the thought process that I quit drinking for about 2 weeks.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, that was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, well, progress in some areas, I guess you could say.
And once again, it was the thought. There was a
Yep.
thought.
I went out of town for 2 weeks, and then well, I went out of town for a week, and then last week I took the week off from working out, and I told myself yesterday I was like, hey, I got to get back to it. So this morning, along with cleaning up some of the house, I was like, okay, we got to go ahead and get this knocked out. I went for a mile run just to do something because tomorrow I'm back at cross country practice. So I wanted to make sure I was doing something to prepare for that
Right.
because the Disney trip helped. The Disney trip, I walked like 30 plus miles that week. We were walking
You
everywhere.
watch a lot of Disney.
Um, I had Logan on my back, some of it, or I was carrying Logan, and then I had a backpack on. The backpack was heavily weighted because we brought giant water bottles like goobers. That was a blast. So, we take it as it is. But I guess we can
Dude,
hop into the first kind of thing here, and that's like life updates. Obviously, I think the last podcast we recorded was like a year and a couple months ago.
was it
And
really?
there's a variety of reasons that have made this kind of difficult in the sense of getting recordings done. One of which is I wanted to make sure that if we were going to bring it back, that we're going under like our approach that we felt good about, the community felt good about, and trying to make sure like it could be regular scheduled content and not necessarily like one big podcast every week. Maybe trying to make it where like, okay, the weeks we can do it every week, awesome, but expecting kind of Up Your Experience maybe every 2 weeks, and maybe the smaller episodes every week, or in those in between weeks to try to make it flow a little bit better. I thought would be nice.
I just kinda show up.
Yeah, that is true. That is a very bad thing.
If we're gonna be honest, I'm kinda the reason that, because like, every day I'll post, "Are we doing this thing? Are we doing this thing?" Till we do
You
it.
do, and then you'd be like, I'm available at these times. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting home and I have like an hour. So it's it's a bit of a pain. And I think part of it is like when I joined Smite Game, that kind of changed up part of my schedule because that's 2 to 3
Yeah.
nights dedicated there a week, and that was kind of when we were recording is the times I'm scheduled to be on there. So, and now I'm not only doing Smite Game, but I'm also casting Smite Prime. I'm also casting AGL and doing some other stuff. So time wise, things have been a little bit different. But I guess we can, like I said, we can move on to this life update kind of side. Bats, do you have anything you want to comment on that front? Just about changes, not changes, things going well, things going bad.
Uh, there haven't been changes anywhere. I just work, wake up, go to bed, work, wake up, go to bed. Like all in that
Yeah,
order. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Uh,
I will say, I guess for me, it's been a lot of work. There's been some changes at work for me specifically, which is nice. I guess it's a little bit of a change of pace. I'm about that. And then we just finished up with track season, which is always super busy. But we sent a bunch of kids to state, which is good. Which
yep.
wasn't good is getting to state and then showing up to run that day and two people from my relay team not making it on time due to traffic. And luckily I had two replacements. So there was that. That was a bit stressful. Took the kids and the wifey down to Disneyland, Epic Universe, and Universal Studios. That was a blast, except for my birthday. That was not a blast. Look, I'm gonna run this down. Okay, Disney, amazing. Epic Universe, things were breaking. Had a great time. I got Mario hats for everybody. So when we play the new Mario Kart and we stream it, everybody can wear a Mario hat. We have like a Donkey Kong hat that when you clip, it has the tie. We have a Toad hat, a Yoshi hat, a Goomba hat, and a Babam hat. And then they have like their regular Mario hats that we already had before. But it's gonna be a good time. My frustration in lies of how many things break at Universal Studios Park. Okay. And
That must be a new thing because nothing was
I
really
think it's the
broke.
summer. I think it's the summer. It's just how hot it is. It's like either things break or, for instance, like the park opened and the Harry Potter ride at Epic Universe had a 5 to 6 hour wait time. That is insanity.
Dang.
What are we
See,
doing?
when I went, there wasn't that there yet. It didn't exist.
No, that opened literally the week before we went. Like it opened officially on the May 22nd. But Mario World, dope. Not everything was like up and working yet. Like they have like the binoculars from Mario 3D World; those weren't up and working yet. But like the whole theming of the park, awesome. The How to Train Your Dragons area, awesome. I just enjoyed that park. We went to Universal Studios, which I've been to before. Woke up on my birthday. I got paid. Wife got paid. I got paid for my job that I thought I wasn't getting paid from. I thought they'd already paid me already. They hadn't, so that was dope. And I'm like, wow, what a great way to start off my birthday. Also found out the Switch 2 I pre-ordered back at GameStop months ago that crashed on the website when I hit checkout apparently got ordered. So I was like, dope all around. We didn't get Starbucks in the morning like we'd planned because we left late. And I was like, that's unfortunate. Coffee would be good. But then we ride Spider-Man. All right, I haven't ridden Spider-Man in like 20 plus years. That ride's still dope. Then we went to ride the Hulk, and that's where everything went wrong. If you're going to Universal Studios, know that if you're going to ride the Hulk, everything has to go in a locker that you have on your personal being. You have to track someone down with a little card to scan into a locker, which sometimes those attendants aren't anywhere to be found. You get into line. It says it's going to be a 35-minute wait time. All right, halfway through the line, they're going to scan you for metal objects because why do that beforehand? That would make sense. And if you own a metal wallet and it's in your pocket, you cannot go on the ride. You must go back and put it in your locker. Then, an hour and 15 minutes into your wait time, you'll be at the front of the line. And you'll be like, yes, it's time to ride the Hulk. And then everything will go wrong. Someone had a medical emergency. They were okay. Thank everything. There was a tech issue with a seat not clamping down all the way and a weather delay. And I was like, this is Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events. And that's kind of how the rest of that day went. We went to take the kids to see Donkey and Shrek, or really just Donkey, right? It rained, so Donkey can't come out.
Ah.
We waited an hour because they'd be like, we think he's going to come out in the next 20 minutes. Nope. Luckily, we went the next day and it wasn't a problem, but it rained that day. So I was really confused on like what was the difference between the days rain. And also, why be out there with a bunch of towels and stuff like you're going to dry stuff off and not do anything? Like it was just a weird experience on my birthday at Universal Studios. The rest of the trip was great though. I had a good time. And then other than that, just kind of been vibing, trying to get streams in on my channel. We've been posting. I've been back into Magic the Gathering. So I've been playing Magic the Gathering, doing Magic the Gathering content. Final Fantasy set just dropped, and those cards are chef's kisses good. They're so good. Um, I will say I have some beef with Magic the Gathering Secret Lair because they dropped the new Final Fantasy set today. They dropped their 3 bundles, and they dropped another bundle that's a different artist's bundle on the same day. So me and Boss were in queue this morning. We waited over an hour. I got in, he didn't. And I got in, I was able to secure each bundle separately, but they had like a mega bundle you could buy with all of them, and you got a special Gilded Lotus card. And the Gilded Lotus card is one of the like Final Fantasy flowers from 7 with Aerith, like it's the white flower. It was
Nice.
really, really good art, but you can't get it any other way unless you can get that specific bundle and it sold out. Uh, I don't really understand the whole logistics of it and why they do it the way they do. My main beef is you can buy 5 packs of any of the bundles. You can just go buy 5 of each. And I really think there should be a limit. Since it's a limited edition thing, allowing people to hop in and buy 5 seems crazy to me. Because they're not
Yeah.
going to reprint them. So they're going to go up on market for like quadruple the price. Yeah. I will say that's my big gripe with getting back into cards.
Why I
And it
haven't
has
gotten back into them.
Well, here's what's crazy. It hasn't been a problem with Magic for me until Final Fantasy. It's only the Final Fantasy set. The rest of them have been like at MSRP or maybe like 10 or 20 bucks more, if that, but like nothing crazy. Final Fantasy specifically has gone crazy. I haven't even been able to snag the Ultra Pro binders or the Ultra Pro deck boxes. But I did pull some sick cards. I pulled Dragon of Mount Gold, 2 of them, which is $100 card. Pulled one
Oh,
out of my Play
geez.
Booster box, one at pre-release. And then we pulled Buster Sword, which is like 50 bucks, BV, and then 2 Shulta Rules, which I've gotten both variants of that, so that's been kind of cool. It's been a super fun set to open. I've had a ton of fun playing it, but some hiccups along the way.
Yeah,
But
I play that stuff and I get like energy cards. So
well, I'll have to send you some of the pictures. Dude, they're so good. They're so good. It's been a ton of fun playing it too. Like I took Luke and played Two-Headed Behemoth Giant the other day, which I've never played before. You play 2 players on each side of the table and you play as
mhm.
one. But your board is yours, but you can block for your teammate and things like that, and you share a life pool. It was
That's kind
really unique.
of that's like reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was doing duels like 2 people.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm about it. And then they're doing draft, they're doing a thing called chocobo races.
Mhm.
And there's gonna be like a leaderboard. Like as long as you keep playing at the same shop, like there's a leaderboard adjustment for prizing. So it's like a race setup. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, life wise, I would say nothing too crazy different. Really just been staying busy and having fun with the kids. Been playing Magic with Luke, taking him to play Pokemon TCG, which has been an adjustment. We're gonna try playing at a different shop that's not as serious as the one we were going to. Because showing up and playing against a deck that's like 150, 200 bucks every time, and then you're trying to like learn the game and see how you feel about it and what you want to build doesn't feel good to get slapped every round.
Yeah.
So we're switching shops just to try it out and see if it makes them feel any better about it. And then I'm switching the kids' school. That's the other big thing, which I think it's gonna be good for them, and I think it's gonna be good for me too. I think them not going to the same school I work at is gonna be nice. So we'll see how that goes. But Bats has
Yeah,
nothing to add
my
on.
life is plain and boring. Like I got news for you. The greatest thing that I've done is almost beat Elden Ring Night Rain. Like
That dude, the movement in that game is so good.
I do love that game. I'm one boss away from like I already beat the final boss,
Hmm.
but I'm one boss away from beating all the bosses.
Nice.
Because I went ahead and did the Iron Eye Remembrance all the way through. So it had me skipping around a bit,
I
and I was
gotcha.
determined. It is a good
Well,
game though.
I was gonna say I've seen people give it a little bit of flack, but overall, The movement's solid, the combat seems really fun, and there's nothing wrong with this having a different approach to a Souls game. Like, why not?
See, I don't know why they're like, I've heard a bunch of people complain, and it's like I feel like you're just complaining to complain, honestly, at this point.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
think it's
have
one of those
yet to like,
things. They wanted the true Souls experience, but like, I don't think that would have been fun. And
no, they
sometimes
would
it's
just
about
come
trying
out with a
something
different
new.
game. Like honestly, like you want the
Yeah,
true soul, like wait for Bloodborne 2. That'll never come
or
out.
or go just do Elden Ring seamless co-op. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like that,
Yeah.
if that's what you want, then I just go do that. I guess. I don't know. I guess and that leads us into like what we've been playing for this week or just in general that we've been really enjoying. Have you been playing anything besides Elden Ring that you're really liking right now, Bats?
So yeah, I've been playing Forever Skies,
Okay,
which is kind of cool.
that's like
It's
survival
pretty much
base building in the sky, isn't it? I feel like I've seen something on it.
yes. I don't know how to describe it besides like I'm surviving and there's a big old fart cloud underneath me that I can't go down to, or else it chokes
Okay,
me.
all right. Unless
like,
you die,
like,
got it. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like you look down and you're like, nah, that just looks like a fart cloud of death, honestly. But yeah, it's like Raft, but with
Okay.
shit. Um, and then I've been playing what is it called? Like Uncle Crap. I don't even remember. It's a chop shop game. It's like a puzzle game.
Okay, I think I've seen you playing that.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's kind of frustrating at times. Playing a lot of Smite,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It's like Blaze and I were talking about this earlier today. It's pretty pathetic when I opt to play ranked because regular is not where it's at. I'd rather play ranked. Like,
Yeah. Just casuals right now, queuing into deities and like high ranked players back to back to back. Like, I don't mind that from time to time. Like, I like the challenge, but like, I also like, I want to be able to play, and this is part of the player count problem that exists to some degree, but I don't fully blame it on that because like, we don't know console numbers, but we know they're higher than Steam. So it's one of those things where like, the matchmaking side of casuals sometimes feels like a really, really competitive rank. Like I'm almost playing scrims, and I don't want to do that every time. And I'm getting better matchmaking out of ranked. Like it feels more
yeah.
consistent across the board.
But then I like when I'm playing ranked, I feel like I have to play twice as hard because I'll get people who, like, for instance, I pretty much had to carry one game on Hunbats. Like, I mean, I was like 12-3, like smacking people. I mean, Kick and Kenny were carrying their weight too because we finally were just like, look, the three of us group up, nobody lives.
Yeah.
Like, but to put it in perspective, my ADC was a Pele and my support was non-existent Bacchus who went auto attack.
Did she go crit Pele?
No.
Oh, okay, because there's a crit Pele build that's really nasty. I played it in jungle, and it runs like an ADC. Like like you show up and you're like,
Well,
bye bye.
the thing was at first I was like, okay, I can get on board for this. I don't hate Pele. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
let's go. But then what happened was the auto attack Bacchus, who was support, stayed in duo
Oh.
lane, and the Pele decided she was just gonna roam around.
Yeah, I will say there's a consistent problem in jungle currently where everybody else feels like it's their farm to get because there's so much farm, but they had to add the farm because people were
Yeah.
doing that before. And playing jungle can get super frustrating with that because you get put
Yep.
behind, and
You
they're
get
like, "Well, you're
behind.
behind," and you're like, "Well, I'm behind because you won't help me out. Like you're not leaving my farm up, or at least splitting it with
Oh,
me to
well,
be able to
see,
level."
I'm petty. I will go to their lane and take a couple waves.
Oh yeah, I mean you
And,
have to. Like it's not even about
yeah.
being petty. It's about like you have to just to stay relevant in the game. I've been playing a lot of Apollo Jungle, which I haven't had people get mad about yet. I got a pint on him. I almost got a second pint on Apollo Jungle. It feels really, really good to play. But there is this
Yeah.
instance of like
I am
sometimes when
not
my
liking
my
followed right
ganks
now, and I'm mad
fall
about it.
off. Yeah. I feel that way. Like it's weird. I hated Kali in Smite 1. I like her in Smite 2. I'm worried about Mercury, but that's a conversation for another time. But Apollo, I always get worried when I play him that people are going to be like, "Oh my god, this guy's playing Apollo. He's not doing enough." And my frustration is when I show up to gank with Apollo and people just dip. Like I'm calling gank right
Yep.
lane.
Yep.
I'm flying in and it's a pain. Now I will say playing Apollo jungle, the nice part is, and you can do this in support too. Obviously you can do it in carry, but I think it feels best in support and jungle is you just if you're in comms, you're like, all right guys, I'm going to chariot. And they hop in the chariot with you for the ganks, and that feels really, really good.
See, I
Support
haven't tested
Apollo
that out yet,
Aerospo is
unfortunately.
insane. Well, you can jump in the chariot until it hits max height, which is insanity.
Yeah, that is pretty nice. I don't know. I've played Apollo and well, at least like 3 times, and all 3 times it did not feel good. And I'm like, I don't even know what changed, but I don't know, either the passive doesn't hit as hard as it used to where I like haven't adjusted to it or whatever, but it is not
I
slapping.
think it's the
And I feel like
itemization.
I'm playing Jingwei. Like
I think
honestly.
the itemization's part of the thing is like the itemization changes from Smite 1 to Smite 2. Um, do feel a little weird for him specifically. In jungle, like I run Bumba's Dagger. In carry, I think I've been running Death's Toll a little bit because having the mana regen on abilities feels really important because he is so
Mhm.
mana intensive early. If you build Transcendence, it's fine. But if you don't build Transcendence, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So like it's this weird balance of trying to figure out what's going to work best for you and then sticking to that. But I do think he does feel different. I've been enjoying him. I'm ready for Ganesh next week. I think Ganesh coming to the game will be good for supports. I
I'm
hate that
not.
elephant most of the time, but I would like to have an actual
I
support in the game.
dude, nobody's gonna play it. They're not gonna be support. It's gonna be like Yamoja with her aspect. Oh, we have a Yamoja. Never mind, we don't. Their
Just
aspect.
just wait for Ganesh aspect, dude. Ganesh aspect is going to be great.
I don't know. I'm so sick of it because they made tanks way too OP, and then it's like nobody wants to be a tank, and it's like, now see the problem here.
I mean, tanks were OP, so everybody was like complaining about that. It was a problem in arena. I remember I went into arena. There was an arena meta, and you know if there's an arena meta that's 3 tanks, 2 carries, like there's a problem. But
Yep.
I don't think tanks were as OP as people were like making them out to be. I think people just refuse to play around tanks. Like I still see full damage solos, and most of the time, if I have a full damage solo, whichever team they're on, that's the team that usually loses because they're down a tank. Like they need
Yep.
the extra
Yeah.
the tank.
Hey,
Um,
let's not bring that up because that's most my ranked losses right there is
yeah,
a solo. I'm gonna be
Anubis,
Morgan.
no
Nope,
Anubis.
Morgan.
Oh, I get a lot of Anubis, and I will say, like I had someone build full damage Anubis the other day. We lost. I went against a hybrid Anubis. They won because he has CC. It's not bad.
Or
He
Hades.
just can't.
Hades is
He just
another
can't build
one
full
that drives
damage.
me nuts
Yeah.
because Hades was made like okay. I'm gonna get off topic real quick. Here's my little
Are you
rant of the
good?
day. Hades was made as a guardian. Stop
Was.
acting like you can be solo, full damage Hades, and then go, why am I losing?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Because Hades
Hades.
kit still is good for hybrid. Like, let's be honest here. Could you
There's a
go
lot of
full
life steal in
damage?
the game.
Yeah, but
Well,
like,
dude, lifesteal for mages right now in general is insane. Like Cyclopean Ring is the most OP item in the game. And I will stick to that. I will die on that hill right now. It is insane. Go look at Cyclopean Ring and then get back to me because like it's
I,
lifesteal,
I'm
attack
thinking,
speed. It is insane.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. There's like certain people I would not build it on. If you're going
I,
like an auto attack build, yes, but I wouldn't just build it for.
dude, I will say like
I'm
Smite
trying
2
everything I'm saying right
Cyclopean.
now. I'm trying to keep this PG-13 for our first episode back. So it's
Okay,
like,
Cyclopean Ring, just so I can say because I have built this on full strength builds just to see how it works, like on Danza because Danza is a hybrid scaling god. I think if you're on a hybrid scaling god, this is one of the best items you can get. So Cyclopean Ring for 2,600 gold, you get 60 magic power, 25% attack speed, 10% cooldown erection. Oh, they changed it. No, this is Smite. I want the Smite 2 one. Give me that's under the Smite 2 items, bro. What is this? Did they change it this week? Okay, well it gave lifesteal, and it probably still does. I'm not opening the game to find out. It gives lifesteal, and it's
yeah, I
insane.
wouldn't.
For some reason, under Smite 2, it's pulling up the Smite game site and not the Smite 2 site. I want the Smite 2 Cyclopean Ring.
I don't know. All in all, like I realize like Smite is usually our biggest brand. I've liked Smite 2 so far, except for matchmaking. The game itself has been fun. Matchmaking and the people I get with has not been.
I'm
I'm
trying to
also
find this
mad
dude.
because I ended up getting into gold, right? And then right
Yeah.
after that's when I started getting full damage solo players. It's like, okay, that's cool. So now I'm in silver.
I'm look, I'm finding this. I am on a mission to find this stupid item
Hey,
and remind myself what it does because I am
he's
upsetty spaghetti. I know I built it
he's
into
finding it,
casual. Where
but
is
he's not
Donza,
gonna log
bro?
in the game.
I'm not logging into the game. I'm literally looking on tracker to see when I bought it because I know I bought it. Um, dude, when did I play Donza Burrow? Has it been that long? Did I play him in Assault?
Uh-oh.
This is
Oh,
wild, dude. Where did I play him? Was it an arena?
it was 4 score and 7 years ago.
Apparently it was, dude, because I am not seeing this item. This is actually kind of crazy. I was pretty positive I'd played him recently and I bought it. Oh, I know. I think I was buying it and the game ended. I think that's probably what happens. Well, I don't need this. I was really trying to go through and share how dumb the item is, but I guess I won't get to because I can't. That's disgusting that I can't find. Also, my win rate in casual conquest is quite frustrating.
Yeah, I wouldn't even look.
Uh, let me tell you, it's under 50%.
Wild.
Take that as you will. uh, that's good because my ranked win weight is a lot higher, but I've also just been slamming Apollo like
Uh,
on cooldown. That's just what I play now. Just Apollo here, Apollo there, Apollo everywhere. And apparently, I just refuse to build Cyclopean, and I know I've built it at least once. I just don't remember what it was. Whatever.
but it's the best
Um,
one. It's the best
dude,
thing.
it's such a good item. It's insane. It's a lifesteal item that just goes crazy. I just don't remember the stats off the top of my head. Um, I don't know. Other than that, so like smite wise, things have been okay. I guess in the past like month ish, I've gotten a Kali Pinta on the Kali aspect, and then I got an Apollo Pinta in jungle, which felt pretty good. Matchmaking's been better. I'm still enjoying ranked more than I'm enjoying casuals. Joust is fun. I don't play duel that much because it's not ranked. Assault's okay. I like the changes they did to Assault. I don't know. I don't really have anything. I'm just waiting for things on Smite 2 to get better. Not that they're bad now. I just think there are things I'm waiting to come to the game to hopefully help not just with like quality of life, but help the new player experience and just help the overall experience of Smite. And to where I guess when they get to like a 1.0 launch is kind of when I'll get really excited about it because I think that's when we'll see a lot of marketing and push for Smite is what I'm hoping. Because right
You
now
know,
it just is one of those things that can be kind of hard. Um, I enjoy it for what it is, but I can't play Smite 2 as much as I played Smite 1. I just can't. I do like it right now. It's just not enough for me to want to do it. I don't know why. I don't know what's changed.
See,
Um,
I've been playing quite a bit of it, but at the same time, like I guess just playing rank, like it's not fun solo, but if you have a couple people
no,
playing with you, it's not too bad.
and I guess that's kind of the thing is like when I'm on Smite game, I queue solo a decent amount of time, but I'm on there and then I'll play maybe a little bit here and there off of Smite game, just to like stay in the know. But I think part of the problem is like I'm on there and then I'm casting on Saturdays or I'm casting. And
Hmm.
like at that point, like that almost feels like playing the game. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go and play something else just to get a little bit of a difference and a kind of take a step back from it. I have been playing Predecessor, which is drastically better than what it was a year ago. Um, and then tomorrow they're dropping like their big patch that adds like 3 augments to every character in the game or something like that. That game feels pretty good, and the verticality in it is kind of sick. I've had some really hype plays in that the past week with Leone. I'm enjoying that.
haven't really played. I never got into it. Oh,
Well,
off
I played.
topic.
Yeah.
So, I you will never hear me like say good things about Little Caesars, right?
Okay.
But today I
Oh God.
tried their stuffed pretzel pizza or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, I'm not eating that, but I'm happy for you.
Hey, it's not bad.
I don't eat
It's
anything
pretty
that's
good.
stuffed crust. I don't like the. I can't do the consistency with the cheese.
Oh, really? I love stuffed
Yeah.
crust.
I mean, I get why people like it. I just personally can't have it.
Well, I mean, I read it and I was like, this sounds interesting. So I guess it's their stuffed crust pretzel crust
Yeah.
crap, and then they put nacho cheese as the sauce with
Hmm.
like four other cheeses on it, and then like with crispy pepperoni.
I get crazy
I
bread
was
there, and that's it.
dude. I like their crazy bread, dude. I'm not even playing. I was so mad. I ordered the way they worded it on the app was stuffed crust cheesy bread,
Hmm.
and all it was a stuffed crust cheese pizza.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
That's
I
not the
know, dude.
same.
I was all like, "Oh, this sounds awesome. This sounds
Yeah.
great." And then I was like, "This is a cheese pizza."
No,
Like,
that's garbage.
I gave it to my
Um.
brother because I'm such a nice guy.
Oh, nice. That's nice of you. But I'll say
Ah,
Pred's been fun. The little bit I played of it, me and Liani been playing it. We have a meme going on about Quang in it. Because there's a character named Quang, and just run it down as let's see. Other than that, I've been playing the Switch too because I got some for the kids. Played the new Mario Kart. It's a lot of fun. The grinding on like um guardrails and stuff and like flipping between it right now. Like there's a bunch of crazy stuff you can do. But I like all the outfits you can unlock for the characters. It's been a good time. Overall, I would like to have seen more for the Switch 2 launch. Like that being the main game and the main Nintendo game
I
feels
feel like
kind
they
of
just
bad.
pushed it
No,
quick.
I mean this has been planned. I think my frustration is like they were like, "Oh, you can buy these upgrade packs for your previous game that make them Switch 2 oriented." But like the Zelda ones are out, but Mario Party Jamboree comes out the addition to it comes out next month. The addition to Kirby Forgotten Lands comes out in August. So it's like the other game for launch is Donkey Kong, but it doesn't come out till next month.
See, that's I
So
didn't even pre-order the Switch 2 because I was like, "I'll just buy it later." I
I
First off, I am way too old to be standing out in line for 12 hours anymore. This ain't no Black Friday BS.
well that's what was crazy. I mean, I
Like
waited for 5 hours for one of them. But I could have went to Target the next morning and just bought it. Like they had
I
that
know.
many in stock. So
I'm gonna
that was
wait
pretty
till it
cool.
gets shipped to my house. Are you kidding me? Like that's what
Yeah,
I did with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One X. They had
I was gonna
like
say
bundles. I got it for like 450, and I was like, okay,
that's not bad.
bet with like 3 games.
The thing I will say, I do like that No Man's Sky did a free Switch 2 update, and that's cool. And it's like it goes along with like their new update that came out, and they added cross save, cross progression, so where you can play on any console and not lose your progress. And I think that's dope.
I
And I
haven't
kind of
played
have
that
to
in
shout them
forever.
out. Like I haven't played a lot of No Man's Sky. I played it at launch. I would like to go back and play it at some point, but they have consistently done free updates for that game. They haven't charged a single update after buying the game. And that's really hard to find from companies now. Bless you, Beth. That is really
Thank
hard to
you.
find from companies. Like they haven't charged for a single DLC, and it's been expansive amounts of content that they've released. So that was pretty cool to see.
I
So
think
shout
it's
out to them on
because
that.
so many people actually have been. Hold on, I'm gonna.
You gonna sneeze again?
My allergies have been bad with these fires going on. Like all the smoke is just where I
Yeah,
live. It's
I
like
get
this
it.
is great.
Um,
I love waking up and because I have weather alerts hooked up to
oh
like
yeah,
my
yeah.
technology crap since I do like outside stuff and everything. And I love waking up. It's like air quality alert. And I was like, okay, let's double up on the meds today. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
I like when it's like lightning detected in your area. I'm like, thanks, homie. Was planning on going outside, but not now.
Well, like for those that don't know, it's like I get allergy shots to begin with. And I mean, your allergies are bad when you go in to get your allergy shots and the person giving you your shots is like, "You have 5 shots? I've never seen that before." And I'm like, "That's wild. Haven't heard that for the last 8 years I've been doing this." It's like, and the only reason I got 5 is because they said that's the max I can get. They won't give me 6.
That's crazy. Five's a lot, bro.
Dude, I'm allergic to everything. I have no
Well,
idea. And I
yeah,
work outside. That's the worst part. I'd get
I
a
get
different
that.
job if I didn't have, like, 16 years involved. I'm
Hey, that's
retiring from this.
relatable.
Nothing's
I
stopping me. Like, it's happening.
I get that. Kids will be like, "Why do you keep doing this?" I'm like, "I've been teaching here. This will be my 10th year. I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon.
Yeah.
I'm in there."
I
But
I get asked that, and it's like, look, I show up to work. I pretty much can do whatever I want, and nobody tells me anything because 'cause I'm still the only one who knows everything about it. So,
yeah.
like, if they got rid of me, they couldn't function. It's as simple as that, and that feels good.
Um, what else did I want to
Oh,
touch on game
here,
wise?
real quick,
Yeah.
to just, solidify on that, that's like the other day, like, I was because we had grounds equipment and stuff, and it wasn't working right, and they were like, "Oh, we can't figure out what's wrong with it." I was like, "Give me a sec." I go out and do our tool thing, grab a hammer, smack the crap out of this box real quick, and it starts running again. And they're like, "How did that do that?" And I said, "I don't know. It's been doing that for the last 10 years. Don't mess with
Ain't,
it."
ain't gonna change now. Well, that's like yesterday. Luke's like, my controller's not working, and I was like, which one? He's like, oh, your elite controller, and I was like, oh, okay, what's wrong with it? He's like, the bumper, and I was like, I got this, and I just popped it open, I sprayed it with WD-40, and I was like, there I go, it's fixed. And he was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah. And I said, if it acts up again, let me know, and I'll pull this little tab out, and it'll fix it for sure. Because he's like, you can just spray WD-40 on it. I was like, well, not any WD-40. You have to get the specialist one that dries quick. But like, yeah, and
Yeah, the
it's just one of those
silicone
things.
one.
Those elite controllers, like, it works. But I'll say the other than that, I went on a heavy Overwatch 2 grind because they released
Oh,
Stadium, which is a third
lord.
person mode, and it has builds in it, and it's really good. They had the Gundam skins, they had the Street Fighter skins. I've had a blast playing that. That has been really, really solid.
He tried to get
It
me involved in that, and even though I love Gundam, I don't know.
it's third
I
person.
already
That's what I
had
like
too many
about it.
games.
I was just playing it because of the third person aspect. I'm really liking it. I know a lot of people like Marvel Rivals. I'm not gonna knock that. I've tried playing Marvel Rivals and I enjoy it for what it
I didn't
is.
even get into it.
I can't play it solo. I do not enjoy it solo. I like queuing with Luke. I like queuing with other people like Az or Liani. But I overall, every casual match feels like a ranked match, but worse. It's like worse than Smite matchmaking in that regard. Like it just doesn't feel great.
See,
So
what would you call that? A battle royale, I guess?
no,
Technically?
it's just a straight this arena shooter.
I don't know. Like, the games like that, I can't like Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, like, you think I'd be into it. I can't. Like, the
Though and I
closest
will
you get
say
into is PUBG, Night
Marvel
Rain.
Rivals, I will say this. Marvel Rivals, the characters feel like what I would expect the characters to feel like in a game. I think that's cool. Like Wolverine full melee, jumps in on
Mhm.
people. Like it's cool. I don't dislike it. It's just not a game I can sit there and grind and play out. It's just not. Um I have tried
Yeah, and
Splitgate
I have
too,
friends
but
that are like, "This game is awesome," and it's like, "Mm."
I have people that love it, and I get it. Like it's a good game. I just can't sit there and grind it by myself. It's just not in the cards. I've tried Splitgate too. I like the first Splitgate. Splitgate 2, there are things that feel good about it, but I think when you go to Summer Games Fest and you're like F COD, F Halo, that's what we've been wanting more. Like we want better versions of those. And then you go on the store the next day and you have a $80 skin drop. It kind of feels like COD. Like it kind of does. And there were
What?
some other
What
things
did
to
I
go along
see?
with that
Hold
that
on.
just really rubbed the community the wrong way. And I'm worried for that game now because I'm like that you have to have like a marketing social media person in those type of situations helping out with. But other than that, I mean, there's some games I'm looking forward to. I was really hoping for an Arc Raiders Shadow drop this week. We got an announcement of a release date, which is October 30th. I think that game looks really good. We're getting a new Battlefield that looks really good. Bats saw me trying to. I was hopping on to try out Wildgate earlier. That's one I want to try. I think Bats would probably like too. And
That's what it is,
then
Covenant. Have you seen that?
Yes,
I just
I think so.
saw something the other day where it's like ex Bungie, Doom, and COD devs
Okay.
were working on it and Covenant, and oh,
Yes,
it looks
I think I
good.
have seen that one. There's a bunch of stuff like that's coming that I think looks good, and I'm looking forward to. The new Game Freak game, Reincarnation of Beasts, I think is what it was called. It looks insane. It's made for Xbox. It looks nuts. People are freaking out
I
about that because they're so used to Pokemon. But that one looks really, really good. There was a
I've
lot
been
of good
seeing a lot of
drops.
like Souls like games, and I'm like, it's about time because I'm running out of stuff to play.
New Ninja Gaiden, new
I,
Onimusha.
hmm.
I mean, like, dude, they look so good.
See,
Oh, they look
I don't think I can get into Ninja Gaiden anymore because I'm thinking this is the game that I'm thinking of. Wasn't Ninja Gaiden on the Wii at one point?
it
Or
might have
what
been.
game?
I didn't play it on the Wii. I played on the Xbox.
See, I played one on the Wii where it was like you actually like did the
Oh,
stuff, and I was like,
no.
"Hmm."
Ninja Gaiden might have had that, but Ninja Gaiden was like that game's so good.
But I was like, nothing ever compared to it. It ruined my whole experience because I was like, if I can't immerse myself into this,
Yeah,
I mean, because I think I was like 15 or something like that, just going, "Ugh, come on,
yeah,
man,
yeah. Uh,
assassinating people from rafters and stuff."
I forget what else got announced. I don't remember. I don't remember the full list. There was some good looks. There was no marathon. Um,
Mortal Shell 2, that looks
or
really
Shell
good.
2. Well, no,
Grounded 2, they
I saw
actually have a
Grounded too.
Grounded 2. That actually looks good. Like you can actually like ride the bugs
Right.
and stuff,
Yep, I saw
have
that.
them fight for you and everything.
I was like, Ember and Bats are gonna love that when I saw that
No,
yesterday.
Ember's not doing it. He didn't
I thought
arachnophobia, man? No, no.
I thought he played the first one because they had arachnophobia mode.
He still didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
I messaged him. I was like, "Bro, we're gonna be playing and you're gonna be fighting puffballs," and he's like, "I'm not
He's like,
even getting it."
oh my god.
It's like
What else? No, the Marathon didn't get anything. They have went into hiding. That whole situation has been awful.
that,
I That's the one where they stole the
I
artwork. Bungie,
yeah,
like
I
those
know,
Bungie peeps have stolen the artwork. I don't know if that game's gonna see the light of day.
'cause you were getting me into it, and I was like, "Yeah, that
I
sounds
was
cool." Oh,
excited because I was like, I know
Once Human.
I
Once
thought the
Human had
aesthetic
updates and
was
everything too.
yeah, they had like a PvP
Yeah.
update, right? It looks
There's
good.
another game that you got me into and then abandoned me on that I still play.
To be fair, it wasn't that I was like, "Oh, let me abandon you." It was literally the fact that I just haven't had the time. I re-downloaded it, but like after I lost the old PC and had to build a new one, that kind of
It's still pretty fun. We just, I mean, I haven't actually done anything on it yet. I got my season 2 butterfly, about to get my season 3, but we just went into the weather one.
nice. I know there's like a big PvP thing. I want to go back to it now that I have the new PC because the old PC dying 24 hours after the charity event was something.
I mean, at least it lasted.
Yeah.
It got to
Luckily,
be
I backed
there.
up all the content. Luckily, I backed it all
It,
up, but I didn't get to do anything
it
with it
got
yet.
to be there where it still saved me running people over with the car
Yep.
because they were
Yep.
pointing guns at me. Like,
It
that's
was
all
just
that
crazy.
matters.
Like we finished it, and I boot up the next day to like, oh, I can edit everything for video, and like the motherboard's beeping at me, and I'm like, this is great. I love this. This is what I wanted to do today.
Look,
And I remember I messaged Az. I was like, so when can we build this computer? He's like, I'm not available for at least 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm gonna build this computer. I'm gonna do it, and I did.
and I helped
Um,
him call.
and then there was I'm having some Windows registry issues, so I might have to like full reinstall Windows, but like overall it works, and that's what matters.
Uh, all I know is I love how Blaze goes, "You built computers before, right?" And I went, "Yeah." So then he calls me and he's
Yeah,
like, "Okay, so this is what I'm doing." And I went, "First off, you are making me cringe so bad having that
yeah.
PC on the carpet while building it."
To be fair, it was on top of cardboard.
That doesn't
It was
matter.
on
You're
top of
still on
cardboard.
carpet.
I was working
I,
with what I was working with. That's where I had to work. But
well,
no, I
coming
mean,
from somebody who's blown up a motherboard before because of that crap, I'll never do it again. I got like grounding bands and everything.
look, bro, it has a warranty on it. It's fine. It's okay. But and it got built. It works. Using it
Look,
right
all
now. It
I
works
know
fine.
is once again, I was there to save the day with I can't remember what the heck it was, where I was just like, "Just do what I'm telling you." Because remember, it's the same
Oh,
thing
I
with
don't
the
remember.
dishwasher. It was the
Oh, I don't
same thing
remember.
with the dishwasher.
Oh no, I was trying to make that IO fit, that not the IO, the oh my god, the intake that Az had like
Oh,
we
yeah,
bought, and
where
then
I
we're
was like,
because
"That's not it."
the CP oh my god, I can't remember the name of the website, was like, "It will work." And then I bought it and that thing is humongous, bro. Like there's no way it's fitting in the case with everything else. And I had to go buy a different one, which it's worked out
I
fine. It
I
has really great
remember I
airflow
was like,
now.
I crossed it and everything, and I was like,
Yeah.
"No, no, that will not work."
And I remember I asked Az about it. I was like, "I don't think this is gonna work, dog." And he was like, "Well, at least it's only like 25 bucks." And I was like, "You right." And I and then when I got it, I was like, "Oh my god, this thing's giant." But no, that I mean that was a fun time. It works. I found out because I have Best Buy Total Protection plan that I could have just taken all the parts to Best Buy and they would have built it for me for free.
But impatient McGee over here didn't
I
wanna
didn't
do
know that. Didn't know
that.
that. Had I known that, I would have just taken it up there. To be fair, I was gonna have to miss Smite game shifts, so I was really trying to like piece everything together because I'd already had to miss for other things. I was trying to make it work. But
Yeah, but then your graphics card said, "Nah, bro."
no, it wasn't the graphics card. The motherboard died. I have a graphics card for it because I bought the 4060 as a placeholder for my 5080. And
Was it
the
the motherboard?
46, yeah, it was the motherboard because when you boot it up, it starts beeping really loud.
So then what was the one that you sent me before that it was your no, that was for the game itself. That was
Yeah,
okay, never mind, never mind, never mind. Yeah.
that was a shenanigans
Other
thing with
words,
Nvidia.
Blaze has too many PC problems. I can't keep track of it all the time, you know?
Big facts. You're not wrong. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I've just been playing a bunch of random stuff at the moment. I'm looking forward to a few different things over the next couple weeks
Been
to
doing
kind
that.
of
Oh,
play.
I played Blue Prince too. That was pretty fun.
Oh, dude, I've seen great things about that game.
It's free on Game Pass. So if you want to
It
try it out,
is.
you don't have to buy it.
It's free on
I've
Game Pass.
honestly I've been doing random free games on Game Pass, just passing time.
Why not?
I will
You
say
know what I
it's
mean?
frustrating. If your RNG is horrible, don't even pick the game up
Oh,
because like
wait,
you'll
we have to mention something here because I just remembered it. Star Wars Battlefront 2 doubled their Steam player count over the past couple weeks, by the way.
hey yo.
There was a push on like May 4th for them to get to the concurrent player base and they doubled it.
I okay.
And
I had the funniest meme for Star Wars, right? It
yeah.
made me laugh so bad. So it's Luke Skywalker going, Vader's on this ship. And then they're like, how do you know? And he goes, I can hear his theme music playing.
Oh my god. That's funny, dude. Oh my
I was like, that
goodness.
has to be one of the best memes ever. Because then I actually started thinking about this, and I was like, no, every time he shows up, he has his theme music. They're not
He
wrong.
does. He does. I will say I'm not going to talk about it on this episode, but one thing we'll be talking about in the future. I don't know if it's going to be on Blaze Rants or it'll be on Up Your Experience, but it's going to be on one or the other. I'm going to sit down and talk about Steam player chart numbers because I find it interesting that people dive so heavily into that. And
Yep.
I do think it's actually hurting games more than it helps in some cases because I think people are so attached to that number. And like a game having 5,000 players is pretty freaking good. Like that's a
Oh,
decent sized community. And I think there's a lot of attachment put to that, so we're going to talk about that on a future episode as a heads up. But I guess we can head over to names of the week, Bats.
oh, hold
And
on, hold on,
okay, maybe not.
hold on.
I'll find some good names.
Well, no, no. I mean, I just found out that Liza P, the Overture bundle came out.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that is top priority to download it.
Okay.
I've been
Um
waiting on it, man.
all right. Well,
Well, I went to go to my wish list because I feel like I clicked a couple of games that were coming out that were like kind of cool. Then we got sidetracked.
I'm going back to names of the week now. All right,
I
I'll be
didn't
on
even know
that
you told me.
grind. There's a guy that was named, and this was in Supervive. His name was Massive Dick and his title was Big Blast Off.
Oh,
Um
that's
as per
I'll
my
wait till
last
after the names of the
email,
week.
the spicy toes, the zesty toes were queued together. We had there's connecting, haha. Let's see. Hawkeye's Hog, Stark's Sack, Loki's Length. Wow. There's some names in here. I suck at
I was
Vigia
gonna say
games.
you're gonna
Release
have
the
to like
Kraken.
do a whole year.
I'm just going through some of them. Big Stromboli. I passed the butter. There's someone named Bats. Steal and Stab Stuff. Those were Guild Wars 2 names. Let's see. What's from this one? Oh, these are old.
Hold on.
I'm not even gonna try to go through the zoom in on
All right,
those
well,
while
while he's looking, I forgot also another game I've been playing that I just like I've been brain deading on is Fishing the Barren Seas. It's it's exactly what it sounds like.
we're in
I
names of the
start,
week. Bats is like, by the way, back to
you
back to
know,
games.
I okay, I only thought about it because it was funny. Like my first boat I started out with was broke AF, right? My second boat was I need money. My third boat was still need money. And then the big boat that I spent like $5 billion on was I got money. And it's a big crabbing boat. I have like 30 hours on it already. Got it like maybe a week ago.
All right. I'm going back to my names because there's one that's that's just the name. That's all that's all it is a bunch of M's. Pickles, bronchitis, and Bob Abui. Those are the highlights of the names of the week from a while ago. But if you have names of the week, make sure to put them in the names of the week channel. Along with that, if you have this like ideas of things you'd like to hear us talk about, guests you'd like to have on, things of that nature, feel free to post them in the podcast ideas channel. Anybody has access to that. You can DM me. You can DM Bats. He'll DM me about what you DM him.
Yeah.
So like you know, you can cut out the middleman if you want. Other than
Yeah,
that,
can we have some cool bands like on? Can
huh?
you work on that? Cool bands, you
Cool.
know, like yeah, get 3 days grace on here or something like that. Bullet for my
Oh, okay.
Valentine.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll work on.
I
Um,
mean, you didn't make it sound like we were limiting to guests. I'm just throwing it out
wow,
there.
this is really great. You just
I'm
thank you for
trying
ruining
to
my train of thought. Actually, I do have one thing on the way out of here. Bungie, I'll say Bungie Foundation did a Guardians Mental Health emblem. It was $10 during April. And all proceeds went to Guardians Mental Health. That raised over $80,000. Guardians Mental Health. It was
That's
absolutely
crazy.
amazing, awesome to see. Right now, Rogue Energy has a flavor. Is it this month? I'm not sure. In June, it might be later on, but there's a Guardians Mental Health one. They're doing a Guardians
Uh,
Tiltify event for Guardians. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
If you haven't checked out Guardians Mental Health, remember, you're not alone. They're a 501c3 nonprofit organization that you can go to their website and order a mental health kit. You can also go on your phone, download the app. Doesn't take any of your personal data, just provides you with those vetted resources that are in the kits if you need them wherever you may go. You'll be able to find them at GCX. Upcoming next month down in Orlando, which is at Universal Studios. You'll be able to find them at PAX West at the end of August and September. Um, Pending finding out if I'm going to that or not. You might see me up in Seattle, going to that. And then, yeah, that's about it. That's all I
We
got.
also do their charity event every year.
We do. We raised like I don't even remember how much we raised this past year. It was a good amount though. We
I
broke the
honestly
amount.
never even look. I just do it to have fun because it's
It was over
I
a
mean, I
thousand
love
dollars.
supporting it,
Yeah,
and we end up having some crazy requests. Let's just put it
yeah.
that
It's a
way.
good time. It's
The
a good
only
time.
thing that I do not like is everybody wants to see me die.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
honestly,
PUBG.
it is like honestly, it'll be like, "Wait till he gets something good, then shoot him in the back."
Yep. I had people donate before we even touched PUBG. They're like, "This is to kill bats when you guys play PUBG." Um,
And I'm like, "What did I ever do?" So,
what's funny
now
is
what
like,
I do is I have Blaze in front of me, so I'm watching him watch me, and then as soon as I hear that cartridge, like, click in there, I'm already shooting him.
hey, I had one of the hypest plays I've ever had in PUBG during that event though. The C4 play when I was like, "Bats, just cover
I
me," and I ran in through the C4 and I ran out. Oh, what a good time. But no, we raised over $1,000 because I started I'm finishing please don't make me play Hachi, but that was on the old computer, so I'm having to re-record that. Fun times. Then I gotta write another parody song, which I'll be working on, and then we have some new emotes coming to the channel, along with a Blaze After Dark stream, and then hopefully a Blaze cooking stream sometime soon. We're working on figuring that out, but we'll have those coming along with Fortnite duos with the wifey, which are always a good time. But I think that's it for this week. Maybe about the amount of time we like, maybe a little bit shorter. I'm not so sure, but it's been a nice time
It's
being
been a
back.
year. Give us a break.
Yeah, it's been a nice time. But I hope if you guys have questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments for the YouTube video, drop in the comments on Spotify, DM them to us. That's really easy to find. All the information will be in the links below for Guardians Mental Health, the Discord, and so forth. We just appreciate y'all coming to hang out and listen. And we'll
Yep.
catch y'all later.
As always.
Bye
Later, yo.
bye.